Hello, and welcome to our video presentation on Managing Housekeeping Operations course. This lesson will introduce and define conceptual planning. As noted in previous materials that I delivered you, there are 5 sequential functions of management. They are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. In this part, you will see how the first 3 steps apply to the management functions of a newly assigned executive housekeeper in a soon-to-open hotel. Next courses will take you through the management tasks of planning for a new hotel, establishing positions and job descriptions for housekeeping departments in hotels, scheduling workers, planning for necessary materials, staffing for housekeeping operations, and operational planning. Within the lodging industry, standard functions are handled by various departments in the hotel. The organizational structure of the hotel helps to organize activities and tasks in a logical and effective manner. Planning to administer a housekeeping department affords one of the most classical experiences that might be found in the management profession. Organization of lodging structure. Hotels operate within a general structure that helps organize the property, keep everything running smoothly, and ensures that guests have the best experience possible. Review the different groups below, including the executive management group, the functional groups, and the administrative groups to gain a greater understanding of how hotels are organized to serve guests. Executive management. The executive management group serves as the leadership of a property and includes the general manager and, in the case of larger hotels, one or more assistant managers. General manager. The general manager is the overall manager of the property and is ultimately responsible for the hotel. This person must work with all department managers and their teams to ensure that the property runs smoothly, problems are handled, and the teams work together. Assistant manager. Assistant managers are often responsible for supporting the general manager and handling specific issues assigned, and are considered part of the executive management team. The assistant manager may directly oversee one or more departments and handle the issues related to that team. Because hotels are 24-hour-a-day businesses, the general and assistant managers may vary their hours to ensure that a manager is on site throughout both days and evenings. The assistant manager will also manage the hotel in the event the general manager is unavailable. And functional groups. The functional groups of a hotel handle issues that are directly related to guests. These teams must handle requests, problems, and services for customers.
Have you ever checked into a hotel and had problems that needed to be addressed? Maybe you've had a really good hotel experience and wanted to thank the employees involved. Hotels operate within a general structure that helps organize the property, keeps everything running smoothly, and ensure that you, as their special guest, have the best experience possible. We'll review the different groups in this lesson, including the executive management group, the functional groups, and the administrative groups, to gain a greater understanding of how hotels are organized to serve you. The executive management group serves as the leadership of a property and includes the general manager and, in the case of larger hotels, one or more assistant managers. The general manager is the overall manager of the property and is ultimately responsible for the hotel. This person must work with all department managers and their teams to ensure that the property runs smoothly, problems are handled, and the teams work together. Assistant managers are often responsible for supporting the general manager and handling specific issues assigned and are considered part of the executive management team. The assistant manager may directly oversee one or more departments and handle the issues related to that team. Because hotels are 24-hour-a-day businesses, the general and assistant managers may vary their hours to ensure that a manager is on site throughout both days and evenings. The assistant manager will also manage the hotel in the event the general manager is unavailable. The functional groups of a hotel handle issues that are directly related to guests. These teams must handle requests, problems, and services for customers. Housekeeping is an area that greatly affects the satisfaction of guests at any hotel. If a guest finds his or her room to be dirty or poorly cared for, they may not remain on the property and may not return in the future. While most guests will not come into contact with the person who cleans their room, their ultimate satisfaction with their stay at a property will be largely dependent on how well the room was cleaned and maintained. Housekeeping staff should understand their important role within a hotel and strive to provide excellent service to all guests. The food and beverage department manages any restaurants, cafes, coffee shops, bars, lounges, or other types of food preparing facilities provided at the property. This department is important for providing convenience to guests and increasing revenue for the hotel. The food and beverage areas must be very clean, provide excellent products, and offer superior service. Guests are more likely to be satisfied with the property and spend their food budget at a hotel when they are offered exceptional food and beverages. The front desk most often addresses questions, concerns, and problems of the guests. The staff members at the front desk or concierge desk must be well educated about the property, and they must know the area around the hotel well. The more informed these staff members are, the better able they are to meet the needs of their guests. The administrative groups handle the behind-the-scenes details that keep the property running smoothly. These teams organize systems and processes that minimize chaos and manage administrative details. The sales team usually focuses on booking groups into the hotel, selling conference and event space, and handling functions. The sales group must work with customers to find out what they need and find a way to provide what they want. This group also coordinates the details at the hotel to make sure the events and functions are executed flawlessly. The sales team has many hats to wear and must often organize many factors to successfully meet the expectations of the customer. The accounting department handles the property's money and any financial issues. This team ensures that all revenue is accounted for, the financial records are correct for each day, and the bills are paid. The size of the hotel will determine the number of people needed to work in the accounting department to handle the wide array of tasks that must be completed. The human resources department handles the general personnel issues of the hotel. The members of this team accept applications, screen potential employees, facilitate interviews, and handle the details for new hires. When there are performance issues, the Human Resources Department documents the problems and handles communication with the employee. The Human Resources team should be up to date on legal issues related to hiring and managing employees to ensure that problems are handled ethically and legally. The Human Resources Department often offers training and professional development seminars as well.
Please look at the hotel organization chart through department heads and assistants. Note the position of executive housekeeper in middle management and the expectation that the executive housekeeper will manage the laundry as well as the housekeeping department. The junior manager position, tentatively called housekeeping manager, would be the assistant to the executive housekeeper. Housekeeping. Housekeeping is an area that greatly affects the satisfaction of guests at any hotel. If a guest finds his or her room to be dirty or poorly cared for, they may not remain at the property and may not return in the future. While most guests will not come into contact with the person who cleans their room, their ultimate satisfaction with their stay at the property will be largely dependent on how well the room was cleaned and maintained. Housekeeping staff should understand their important role within a hotel and strive to provide excellent service to all guests. Housekeeping department organization. The executive housekeeper is the first conception of department organization. Note the separation or tasks to be performed under various supervisors. The number of floor supervisors and the floor worker organization remain to be determined. The executive housekeeper directs and controls all housekeeping operations and the staff of the housekeeping department. He or she has to coordinate between housekeeping crews in order to inspect assigned areas and to ensure standards.
Housekeeping. The housekeeping department employs the largest number of employees in the hotel. The executive housekeeper is the head of the department. The executive housekeeper is responsible for a substantial amount of record keeping. In addition to the scheduling and evaluation of employees, he or she also maintains an inventory of all guest rooms and public area furnishings.
Management functions of executive housekeeper. Whether a hotel is small, large, new, or a long operational one, planning is an essential task to be carried by the management of housekeeping department in order to carry out the functions to achieve the objectives. Organizing. Organizing refers to the executive housekeeper's responsibility to structure the department staff and to divide the work so that everyone gets a fair assignment and all the work can be finished on time. Coordinating is the management function of implementing the results of planning and organizing at the level of daily housekeeping activities. Each day, the executive housekeeper must coordinate schedules and work assignments and assure that the equipment, cleaning supplies, linens, etc. are on hand for employees to carry out their assignments. Staffing involves recruiting applicants, selecting those best qualified to fill open positions, and scheduling employees to work. Directing involves supervising, motivating, training, and disciplining individuals who work in the department. Controlling refers to the executive housekeeper's responsibilities to design and implement procedures which protect the hotel's assets. Also, we can say that managers direct people and control things. Evaluating is assessing the extent to which planned goals are attained. One of the most important evaluation tools is the monthly budget reports. Division of work document. The work that must actually be accomplished for the entire property needs to be recognized and identified as soon as possible. The executive housekeeper should make regular daily tours of the property under construction and as soon as possible draw up what is known as the division of work document. This document is a recognition of what will be required in cleaning the property. All departments must become aware of this. The division of work documents should include, but not necessarily be limited to, the care and maintenance of the following: rooms department, public areas, recreation areas, restaurants, cocktail lounges, meeting rooms, banqueting and ballrooms, kitchen areas, employee areas, offices, maintenance, shops, building exterior, landscaping, lighting, laundry, and others. Okay, these tasks for your homework. First, please research organization chart for a small, medium, and large hotel. Second one is select 2 hotels of the same category, one international, for example, 4-star hotel, and another local, it's also must be a 4-star hotel, and research housekeeping department organization of these hotels. You can choose not only 4-star hotel, it can be 3-star hotel, it can be a hostel, or it can be a guest house. Actually, it must be 2 hotels of the same category. And that is all. You can find more information in the attached documents. Many thanks for your attention. Take care of yourself.